All right, good morning. This is the second day of the pre-bootcamp, and like promised, I'll be diving deeper into the introduction to Forex. Right. In the previous video, we talked about the introduction to Forex. If you have not watched it, please go back and watch it. It should be in this YouTube channel or in the bootcamp videos. Right. We talked about what is Forex. We talked about who trades Forex. We talked about how to trade Forex, and we talked about brokers. So that is what we did in the previous video. And today we'll be diving deeper. We're talking about Forex chart because I know most of you have seen Forex charts. You see candles, stuff like this. Let me just show you. You see all these stuff, You're wondering what are all these things? What do these things mean? You see all these lines at the right, all those stuff. So that is what to be diving into today. You want to know what those things mean. And this site is called Trading Binary. Right? In case you want to visit it with your system or with your laptop, it's called tradingview.binary.com. So you can see the link here. Just type it in Google. So you can just go to Google and type it there. Tradingview.binary.com. That is where you see synthetic indices, right? So this is where you see most of you can see cryptocurrency, like I mentioned last time. You see ETC, you see synthetic, you see commodities, you see gold, you see palladium, silver, oil, and all of them. So basically that is what you would find here. You see stock indices, and then you will see Forex, currency pairs, and all of that. So that is basically what we will be talking about. That's what you can find here on TradingView. You see all these things as they play out. So let us go straight into Forex charts. What is a Forex chart? What is a Forex chart? A Forex chart is simply the price representation. Okay, let's say it's a representation of price over a given period of time, right? So just a representation of charts. So we have our bar charts where in economics we have bar chart and or line chart, all those things. So Forex chart is simply a representation of price. So representation of price movements over over a given period. So that is it. It's a representation of price movements. That means if let's assume that maybe crude oil moved from $1 to $2 between yesterday and today, then next week it went to $15, and then the other day moves to $20. So what this chart represents is how did the price move? It represents how price moved, right? So if price was maybe $1 a few hours ago and now it is $3, and then it moves to $6, how can you know, right? What if I was not on my laptop, I was not on my MetaTrader? How would I know that price moved? How would I be able to know that? So that's why the charts come into play. They tell you what price did. So as you can see, this is a chart now. Look at this. So you can tell, look at the right side. Look at this. These are the price levels. So currently price is at 6130, but somewhere around this period it was at 6168. That is some hours ago, right? Some hours ago it was around 6168, and sometimes it was as high as 6229. Can you see this? Look at the right point, how it is showing. So right now price is at 6131. So this is 6167. You can see as I'm moving my arrow, the price is changing. The price is changing. So that is what basically it means. So that is what it basically means, right? So now let us go to the next thing, which is types of Forex charts, right? We have several types of Forex charts, several types of price representation, right? So we have several types of Forex charts. So let's look at the first type. The first type of Forex chart we have, types, right? So the first one we have is what we call the line charts. We have the line charts, right? We have what we call the bar charts. These are types of Forex charts. We have bar charts. We have what we call these are the three basic ones. I have what we call the candlestick charts. Candlestick charts. So these are the three basic ones we have. The other, there are still that. So if I come here, look at here, this point here. If I click here on candles, so you can see them. We have the bar chart, We have the line charts, we have area charts, we have baseline, hollow candles, all of them like this. So you can choose the one you want. So let me see if you can change it. This is it. So if I go to line charts, you can see it has changed to a line. If I come here and click on maybe bar chart, see that changed to a bar. But for most of us, we prefer candles because candles give us a lot of information, right? So that is these are the three basic kinds of charts we have. So the most popular one we use is the candlestick chart. That is the one I'll be talking about. We don't really use line charts and bar charts all the time, but I use line chart and candlestick chart. But the most popular one is the candlestick chart. Now, what is a candlestick? What is a candlestick? A candlestick is not much different from the definition of the chart. It's simply the representation of price over a given period. So if we zoom in here, let us be seeing this in live. If we zoom in, we'll see that this looks like this is called a Japanese candle. Look at this. Can you see this? This is a candle. Can you see that it looks like a Japanese candle? It's a Japanese candle. It's a Japanese candle. So so we have the candlesticks. So this is what the candlestick look like. Look at it. So I just want to show us more about candlestick. I didn't really have time to label this, so I'll be labeling it now. Okay. Let me just click here. So I will show us more about candlesticks. So let's look at the body, the symmetry of a candlestick, or let's say Japanese candlestick. They call it Japanese candlestick. Japanese candlestick. Let's look at what it really looks like. Right. So what it looks like. Right. Yeah, there. Let's look at the image of a Japanese candlestick. Right. So this is it. This is it. This is it. So this is what it looks like. Basically, what a candlestick look like. So let's look at the picture to explain it. I didn't have the time to draw all of that. So this is what a candlestick look like. All right, look at the right here. This is a Forex candlestick. And as you can see, it has 4 basic parts, or let's say 5 basic parts. You can see this is the high, this is the close. Then this point in between is called the body. This is called the body, right? This is the open and this is the low, right? So we have 2 kinds of candles. We have what's called the bullish candle or the bearish candle. The bullish candle is the candle that goes up. So they're usually blue or green, right? Depends on the person involved. I prefer green. Look at these are candles that are going up. They're called bullish candles. And these red candles are the candles that are going down. So you can choose it to be green if you want, but I prefer blue. So blue are candles going up, while the red are the candles going down. So that is it. So this is a green candle, for instance. So these are green candles, they go up, while the red candles go down. So the difference between a bullish candle and a bearish candle is that a bullish candle increases. That means price moves from $1 to $2, $2 to $3, all of that. While a bearish candle goes down, maybe price goes from $10 to 8 to 5 to 6, to 2 to 1, and then it keeps reducing. As you can see, the arrow signifies it goes down. And since that is candle print, that means price went down. Each time you see this candle, it means price went down. So so we can see this. So in a bullish candle, we have what we call the high, the close, the open, and the low. So the difference between these 2 candles is this one is going up and this one is going down. But another difference is the open and close price. So a bullish candle closes, opens down and closes up. Can you see it? It opens down, closes up, because why? It is going up. Why a bearish candle opens up and goes down. Right. So you can see in the real chart here, you can see that everything that this candle is moving, it's opened down, and look at it's going up. Can you see this? Can you see how it's moving up? Can you see how it's moving? That is it. So for this red candle, so it's opened there and it closed there. Now this one has opened and it's trying to go up. So each candle this candle represents how price moves. So we can use a candle to know, okay, 2 hours ago, yesterday, this is how price moved, and then we can use it to plan our trades. So that's what basically candlestick do. They tell you what price did over a period of time. So have that in mind. We have our bearish candle, we have the bullish candle, we have the high, close, open, low. This point here is the body. This point here is the body, and then the color tells us where it is actually going. So you can choose whatever color you like. I like blue. You can choose green. You can choose pink, purple, whatever suits your taste. Right. So that is it about candlesticks. I'll be able to explain that now. Let's look at the last thing. Let's look at the last thing, the final thing, and then we call it a day. So now we have different kinds of forex analysis. You know, now what is the point of forex analysis? A forex analysis is simply to analyze. You know that the goal of trading is to make money, right? Your goal of trading is to make money. You're trading to make money. So now, how do you make money? How do you use these things to make money? What is the significance of all these candles? Why do you need to know how price is moving to make money of it? That is the point now of forex analysis. What is the significance of all these things? You're seeing all these candles going up, going down. What are we using it to do? That's what we want to know. How can this give me money? That is why types of forex analysis comes into play. Types of forex analysis, and this is how to analyze and to predict price movement, and from there you make your money. Right? So we have types of forex analysis. Types of forex analysis. Right? So we have types of forex analysis. The first type, right? We have what's called the technical. Right? We have the technical. That is the first one. We have the fundamental. That are the things that you need to know. Fundamental. And now we have the third type, which is called sentimental. These are the three kinds of forex analysis. If there's any other one, then the person should submit it to Wikipedia. But these are the ones that are well known. The three kinds of forex analysis. So let's start with the first one, which is technical analysis. Technical analysis is simply using the price previous data to predict the future. That's what technical analysis is. Using the previous price of data. That means, so let us define as down here. Technical, yes. So technical analysis, yes, is using price previous data to predict the future price movement. So that's what technical analysis is all about. You're using the past price data, the previous one, to predict the future one. So that is simply, you look at here, look at all this information, all these candles, all these are these candles. Look, the candle was going up. Okay, I saw the candle go up from here to here. That means it might go up again. So it go up again. It will go up again. You know, so it will go up again. So that is it. You're using the past data to predict the future. As you can see, this is the future now. Look at the future here. This is the future. Can you see the future now? You can use all this data to predict where markets will go in the future. Look at this. Just, can you see something? It's just a pattern. You can say a pattern was forming. When it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. This is called an uptrend, but we have not told you that yet. I'm just trying to explain what type of analysis are. So you can use price previous data to predict the future price movement. That's what we call it. It's simply technical analysis. And then the fundamental, right? Fundamental is simply using, right? Fundamental analysis is using a country's, right, or let's not the country, is simply using, right, using economical, is using economical, political, and social events, right, to predict price. So the goal of trading is just to predict where markets will go in the future, right? This is it. You're using this to predict price of, you know, things that you trade, of what you trade, right? So you use the economical, the political, and the social events. And what fundamental analysis is all about. You're using these stuff to predict the future. Right, so let's go to 14. This is 14 now. All right, so this is it. You're using the economy to predict social events. You're using the economy. For instance, if maybe there's an earthquake in Japan, right? There's an earthquake in Japan. That simply tells you that the economy of Japan will be affected. That means the Japanese currency, which is called the yen, will also be affected and to likely go down in price. So if there is maybe an assassination of the president, you know, the country is going to shake, you know, those kind of things are things that move price. Or for instance, let's assume that USA announced that they are having high employment. That means employment rate has increased. That means people are earning a lot. You know that what will happen? What will happen? It simply means that the US dollar is going to increase in value because the economy is doing well. So let's assume that now a social event happen and maybe everybody decide we are going on a strike because they're not maybe the president did something we don't like, so everyone is going on a strike. And we strike throughout all USA. Nobody's going to work. They are all sitting at home. That will affect what's the economy, because the US currency depends on the economy, it depends on the politics, it depends on the events. So it's going to drop. So if there's an earthquake, maybe an earthquake in maybe South Korea, South Korea currency is going to be affected because it's the economy, because you have to allocate resources to fix the earthquake and things will be destroyed. So these are simply what fundamental analysis means, using all those information to predict price movements, And then the final one that we call it a day is called the sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis is simply using the feelings of people, right? The feelings of people to predict price. So you know what sentiment is? It means emotions, the fear of people, the greed of people. It's just simply using people's emotions to predict the future. So we call it sentimental. Sentimental is using people feelings. Yes. Yeah. Is using people emotions, reactions. Yes. Reactions. So just simply what you're using people emotions and reactions to predict price movements, right? So for instance, now let's assume that government say, okay, from today, we have abolished lesbianism, we have abolished homosexuality in this country. Now that is going to affect people emotions. Some people will love it and say, like the Christians and those are religious will love it so much, but those are not really into spirituality, they will hate it. And what if now maybe the rich guys are the ones that are into all those things? Maybe the guys that have mood, maybe the big boys, maybe the central bank governors, and those people are the ones that are into all these things. What will happen? The economy is going to decline because they will not be okay with it, right? They will not be okay with it. Let's assume that we are investing. Let's assume now that I am a multi-millionaire, a multi-billionaire, and I invested in maybe in Nigeria. Maybe I'm a foreigner, I invested in Nigeria, and then Nigeria come and tells me that from today we don't want homosexuality, and let's assume that I actually partake in all those things. What will happen? I'm going to remove my money from Nigeria. Why? Because I'm not happy with what Nigeria is doing. But let's assume that someone invested in the US, and US says that from today we don't want black people anymore. We hate them. We don't want to do anything with them. What will happen to me as a black man that invested in USA currency and invested in USA companies? I'm going to be angry. I'm going to remove my money. Why? Because the policy does not favor me. So sentimental analysis is really using the reaction of people to events. Okay, if something happens, how will people react to this? How will they really react? As Bitcoin is rising, are people buying more Bitcoin? Are they selling their Bitcoin? Those are the things that you use to analyze sentimental analysis, right? So I don't want to go much into detail, but there are sites that you can check on the sites that actually help to do all those sentimental analysis. There are sites that do that. I didn't really bring them up. Maybe as we progress, I'll mention them, right? I'll mention them maybe in the main bootcamp tomorrow. So these are the basic types of analysis that we have, right? The basic kinds of analysis that we have. So that is it. So they will be wrapping up the video for now. We don't make it too long. So the kinds of analysis that we have covered what the Forex chart is, types of Forex charts, candlesticks, and types of Forex analysis. So I would like you to use a moment of after this to go through this video, and then you do just one assignment for me. You do one assignment for me. Now, I would like you to answer a simple question. Just one simple question. This is the only assignment for this section. It's the only assignment. This is the only assignment. Now, if let's get the assignment. Now, the assignment is this. If, as Nigeria is part of OPEC, right? If Nigeria, right, is removed, right, removed from OPEC, this is fundamental analysis now. OPEC means oil producing and exporting countries, something like that. So if your Nigeria is removed from OPEC, what will be the effect on the Nigerian naira? That is a simple, very simple question. What will be the effects on Nigerian naira? So is Nigerian naira going to increase in value? Is it going to reduce? and give reasons. Not just say yes or no, just give reasons. That's the only assignment. If Nigeria remove from OPEC, maybe we have Nigeria being removed from OPEC, it's no more part of the oil producing and exporting countries. What is going to happen on the Nigerian naira? Very simple question. And this question we want to see your answer. We'll be given awards. The most active people will be getting an award after the bootcamp, right? A cash prize. Once you're very active, I notice you're doing your assignments, you're going to get your award. So that's it for now. I'll be doing a video next on how to use your MetaTrader 4 app and how to do all of that. But you can simply open your MetaTrader 5 app. You will see all these things, or you use TradingView, whatever you want to use. So that will be all for now. Bye. See you in the next class. So let's end it here.